So I've personally just made over 73,000 US dollars in the last 32 days flat without cold outreach, with a brand new offer, without having to spend ridiculous amount of time finding leads or doing any sort of like organic content or anything like that. So if you're an agency owner or you're a coach, you're definitely going to want to tune into this, because I'm going to show you exactly why I personally will never ever touch cold outreach ever again. I actually avoid it like the plague, and I'm going to show you exactly why in terms of the actual numbers itself. So I'm going to show you a real life example of a person that's done over 16,000 outreach, show you the results they've been able to generate, even despite them being in one of the best programs, having one of the greatest offers, very strong offer at that, should I say. So let's jump straight into this. And again, guys, the reason why I'm doing these videos and I keep doing these videos and it kind of like touch a similar point is because it's almost as if you guys need Iman Gadzhi himself to tell you the same thing I'm telling you before you start listening to me. It's literally ridiculous. It's like almost like these dudes, these gurus have got you under a spell and you just can't see past it. So let me break this down, guys. Again, this is my actual ads manager here. I'm going to show you this is live. So we actually refresh the page for you guys, but you can see this is from the 7th of September to the 21st of October. The reason why I'm doing those dates is because if you scroll to my actual Instagram, you know, at montel.gordon, you'll literally see me say I've, you know, made 73 grand in the last 32 days. I posted this on the 21st of October. So if you do the dates kind of like maths, you can kind of go back, you know, 30 something days, or it's a little bit longer than that actually. But you get the point. I'll just show you the entire ad spend. It's actually even less than this, which is more impressive, which if you want to work that out, that means I've spent 2.3K in ads and brought back out around 73,000 US dollars without doing any cold outreach. I also dropped around 11-ish videos. I believe it might have been 12 videos or something like that. Most of my videos are only getting like 1.2K views, 2K views. So it's not like I'm getting ridiculous amount of views. So most of my actual clients are coming from the ads themselves. So let me break down today's video. And the reason why I'm doing this video, guys, is because I got a comment on my channel. First of all, shout out to you if you're watching this, and I'm not trying to like throw a dig at this person, but they basically said in one of my latest videos, I believe it was this video right here, why your SMA offer will never work. That's the actual video they commented on. They put, I agree with you. If you have an audience like Iman Gadzhi, or if you have money for ads, you can get clients effortlessly. But that being said, good offer plus cold outreach never disappoints. This is the bit I have to disagree with. The guy said having a good offer plus cold outreach never disappoints. Although it may take a lot of time and effort and cold, you know, and a lot of cold outreach, when done properly, it's good for getting started. Basically, if you're a beginner, I've yet to land a client. So this guy hasn't even landed a client yet, but he's talking about other people's experiences. And I basically just said, you know, take a look at my recent videos. I've had a lot of people, and this is actually so true, guys. A lot of people are actually popping up to me on my Instagram. If you've got a similar story, you know, post it, you know, send it to me. I don't mind actually reviewing your outreach and whatnot. But yeah, cold outreach just sucks genuinely. But a lot of people have come through on my Instagram and told me about their experience with cold outreach. I've actually had over 20-ish people now tell me they've sent thousands of cold outreach. They're all personalized and they all have strong offers, because everybody's read the book Alex Hormozi, you know, $100 million offers. So everybody has a strong offer. This guy on the right here, as you can see, currently I've been sending looms and 200 cold outreach per day. That's per day. 200 cold emails per day, and he started doing cold DMs too. So he's actually doing more outreach than what I've actually broken down in the maths, but we'll give him the benefit of the doubt and saying that he's been doing 200 cold outreach a day consistently. You know, he's been a PT, so he started reaching out to gyms, and the offer is, and this is a good offer, and he went on, by the way, to jump on a call with me, and he told me that he's offering a guarantee, a money back guarantee, and the offer is building an automated system to get 30 to 50 qualified leads for gym businesses in 60 days, or they get a refund. Basically, he's in 4 months in, and he's starting to think that the niche is terrible, which is actually incorrect. All niches actually work if you put the work in, if you have the right approach. And that's the point of my entire channel over the last like 3-4 weeks. I've been talking about this. And he's basically, I asked him, you know, after 4 months of doing 200 outreach per day, where are you at income wise with your agency? He said he's basically still at 0 clients, and he bought a program from one of the top dudes in the SMA space right now. If you're watching this channel, you've definitely seen their particular channel. And he said that his course is like 10 grand. So he's 10 grand down into a course, 4 months in, 200 outreach every single day being done, and he's literally at 0 clients still after 4 months. And he said, luckily for me, the music and the music, he does like music teaching, it basically softened the blow of that price. He actually says the agency is in minus right now because of the investments. His agency is literally in minus. So if we actually break, and this is the reason why I wanted to break this down, because like this guy said that like having a good offer and cold outreach never disappoints. This guy's been doing cold outreach, and this is just one of the 7, by the way. I've recently posted on my YouTube, and you guys are probably getting bored of this, but I've posted around 7 different people, right? And combined in total, you know, how much outreach they've actually done. They've done around 40,000 outreach, and not a single person has actually landed a single client. The only person that's got close to landing a client is a dude that literally closed a client on a free trial, and he is the one paying his client's ad spend. So you're better off at that particular point working at Uber Eats, genuinely. So that's 3 years in total between these 7 different agency owners in 7 different niches with 7 different offers, all different types of cold approaches. They've done 40,000 attempts at closing clients, and not one of them has closed a client. In fact, the only person that's come close to closing a client, like I said, is the one that's actually paying his client's ad spend. So he's actually lost money. So let me break down the maths of this guy right here. This guy spent 10K on a program. He's done 200 emails a day for 4 months. So let's say he does 200 emails a day for 4 months straight at 5 days a week. That basically means he's sending 1,000 emails a week, which is 4,000 emails a month. Times that by 4 months he's been doing this for. He's done 16,000 outreach and landed absolutely 0 clients. So cold outreach doesn't always work, and he has a good offer. So you can't even try to justify it by saying, yeah, well, he's got a bad offer. He doesn't have a bad offer. He's actually offering a guarantee. He, you know, let's say, and I've actually worked this out, 20 emails a day you can send from a domain before you actually start getting your emails blacklisted, and you don't really want to go above 20 emails per day, honestly, guys. I just broke this down in a previous video in one of the comments. So, and that was that, like the last video I dropped before this. So 20 emails a day from each domain. You're going to need around 10 burner domains, and each burner domain to buy. And again, if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, you need a burner domain to start sending emails, because you don't want to send emails off of just one domain. That would be insane. You can't send 200 emails a day from just one domain. That is the quickest way for Google to ban and blacklist your domain. So you're going to need around 10 burner domains, which is $12 each. That's already $120 in cost. Then you have to pay for the upkeep of your domains, which is Google Workspace, which costs $6 per domain. Times that by 10 domains, 6 times 10 is $60 per month. You've then got to scrape 4,000 leads at around 5 cents per lead, you know, anywhere between 10 to 5 cents per lead. So we'll give it the benefit of doubt and saying he's paying $200 a month to some sort of scraping software or tool or whatever it is to scrape leads. That's very reasonable. You can just get a VA to do that for you for $200 a month to get 4,000 leads. Let's say he hires a VA, which he will need to do, but I'm going to show you the math behind this as well. A VA, right, is just a virtual assistant that basically does the personalization inside of your emails. And you need, and here's the key, you need personalization in your emails, or business owners just can tell that it's sending spam. So let's say he's got a VA or 2 VAs or 3 VAs or even 5 VAs at $4 an hour each, right? The math still works the same out, even if he's got one person doing this versus 10 people doing this, because there's only, I think it's 20 hours of work a day. Then yeah, there we go. It's 20 hours of work he needs to work out. So each VA can do 10 personalized outreach per 1 hour, right? So in order to do 200 outreach per day, that's 20 hours of work at $4 each, split between a variety of virtual assistants. So $4 times 20 equals $80 a day in just VA fees. Times that by 20 days, that's 1.6K a month that you need to pay in VA fees. Quite expensive. Then we've got tools that you need to send the actual outreach in, you know, like Lemlist. Well, for this one, we're actually going to use Instantly.ai, which is $97 a month. Then we've got costs like Neverbounce. Neverbounce is a tool that, you know, goes through your emails and makes sure that they're actually verified before you send out the emails. That's going to cost you around in fact, it costs you exactly $32 to clean 4,000 emails a month. So the total monthly cost is 1.9K per month. And if you times that by 4 months, that's $7,000. So that basically means the total cost this guy's actually incurred is the 7.9K, which is the monthly cost, times 4. Then you've got $10,000 for the actual program he's enrolled in. So that's already almost like $17,000, like 17.9K. Then you've got another additional $120 that he's bought those 10 domains from. So he's already $18,000 down, almost 18.1K in the red, right? And that might sound like it's crazy to you guys and expensive, but what I'm going to do is show you and just give them the absolute crazy benefit of the doubt and say that even if this guy on the left here has been able to figure out how to send 200 outreach per day by himself, by hand, by spending 20 hours a day doing this, I don't know how he would even be able to do that. Me personally, I could probably even crank out probably about 50 outreach, but let's say this guy's superhuman and he's being able to crank out 200 outreach per day, all day, every single day for 4 months straight, 5 days a week for 4 months straight, by himself. Let's just pretend. I don't know who on earth can actually do that unless you're using some sort of magical AI tool, which by the time you've got your hands on that, everybody else has got their hands on that. So no longer personalization is going to start working. So, which is crazy. So even if he's done 200 outreach by himself, you still need to scrape leads and grab leads from somewhere. That's $200 a month, because there's no way you can scrape leads and then do 200 outreach per day. because you'd run out of leads. You wouldn't even have enough leads to reach out to. So he's definitely going to have to pay somebody, some sort of VA somewhere. So he's got $200 a month in expenses on scraping leads. He still has to pay for Google Workspace for all these 10 domains because he's still sending 200 outreach per day, which is 10 domains, sending 20 emails a day each. So your monthly cost comes out, well, his monthly cost comes out, and you obviously you still got to use Instantly.ai. That's another $97 a month. That means his monthly expenses at the minimum is $357 a month. If you times that by 4, that's 1.4K over the period of 4 months, plus the $120 he had to spend on the domains. So that basically means if you take the actual total cost, it's 1.6K plus the 10 grand he spent on the program, which means this guy is $11,648 in the hole, and he's got 0 clients to show for it. He literally would have made more money going and working at McDonald's over a period of 4 months. I am not joking. No offense to this particular guy. I'm not going to call anybody out or call anybody's like program out on that whatnot. I believe that the guru's trying his best to obviously give people a cold outreach strategy that works. My problem is, and kind of like my whole spiel is that like cold outreach just genuinely I think it actually keeps you broke. Genuinely keeps you broke. Like take a look at some of the payments I'm receiving, guys. Like this is me. Like this is my Instagram. Go follow my Instagram. Drop me a DM if you want to and ask me some questions. But you can see deposits going into my actual bank account. You can literally see on the 3rd of October, 2.7K. On the 4th of October, the very next day, 5.6K. The very next day after that, 3.9K. The very next day after that, 2.7K or 2.8K actually. 3 days after that, 3.9K again. 3 days after that, 4.8K. It continues. Where's the 4.8K gone? There you go. Then the day after that, 1.3K. The day after, well, it's actually 3 days after that, 1.1K. Day after that, £800. The day after that, 1.6K. You guys can see these payments are actually just ridiculous. This is literally what my actual bank account looks like. My actual Stripe account looks like going into my actual bank. And again, I've only spent like 2.3, call it 2.4K on the ads at this particular point. So let's show you what this guy should have done differently and how it compares and why I'll never do outreach ever again. So this guy, like I said, he's now $11,684 in the hole over a period of 4 months, which if you divide that by 4 months, it's 2.9K a month that he could have spent instead of spending it on this program and doing cold outreach. What he could have done instead is spend that 2.9K a month on 2 Instagram ads at like $50 a day each or whatever it is. Yeah, it works out to be roughly about $49 a day each or $48 a day each. But long story short, my cost per follower, just to give you some metrics, is around $1.75, which basically means for every $1.75 I spend on ads, I'm generating 1 new follower. Even if his cost, and again, I'm just going to give you some really like dead numbers, to be honest with you. These are actually out of KPI. If you was coming into my program and I was trying to help you scale your agency or your coaching business, and you told me your cost per follower was like $3, we would consider actually turning that ad off. Well, let's say this dude comes in, he doesn't even know what he's doing. He's running his very first ad and his cost per follower is like $3. He'd still generate 973 followers per month. If you actually take the 2.9K, divide, $2,921, you can do this on a calculator, divide it by $3, it works out to be about 973 followers a month. So here's the actual maths breakdown. For every 40 followers you generate, you should be booking in at least 1 meeting. I'm generating 1 meeting per every 30 followers. So I'm actually even making this even worse than my numbers. And not only am I making your cost per follower like almost double mine, but I'm also saying that instead of 1 in 30, 1 in 40 calls book. So as you can see, I'm making it just like these really crappy numbers. That basically means for every 1 in 40 followers, 1 meeting is booked in. And to generate those followers, it costs you $3. So if you take the 40 followers times it by $3, that means your cost per meeting, cost per booked call is $120. Now, let's say for every 1 in 4, every 1 in 4 is a very standard number. You should be aiming for that. For every 1 in 4 of those meetings, you should be closing 1 new client, right? So that basically means you take the $120 times it by 4, you end up with $480 cost per client, which basically means for every $480 you put into these ads, even though it's literally out of KPI, these are not good numbers, you should generate 1 new client. And if he's charging 1.5K per client, so if you take the actual numbers and break these down just real quick, guys, take the 11.6K that he's spent in total and you divide it by his cost per client, which is 480, you can expect to generate anywhere between 24-ish clients, around 24-ish clients, right? And if you're charging 1.5K per client, that's literally a 36K per month business. This dude spent 11 grand and he's got back 0 clients. Using a strategy like this, even when the numbers are bad, you can expect around 24 clients. I personally pulled in about 20 something ish clients using just 2.3k in ad spend. It was around 20 something ish clients using 2.3k. So I'm actually giving you guys really bad numbers here. Like I said, I put 2.3k into my ads and brought back, 73 grand in 32 days flat with a brand new business, one ad, no cold outreach. For this guy, we're saying he's only bringing back 36 grand from 11 grand spent. So we're making his numbers very, very bad, is what I'm trying to say. And I'm actually going to show you that even if we half this, this number of clients that he's able to get from 24 to 12 clients, but he's still charging 1.5k, that's still an 18k per month business. 11 grand in to generate a business that's pulling in 18 grand a month. That's an extremely good ROI, especially if you're closing clients on a 3-month minimum. And even if, I'm just going to do this so again, I'm already giving you shit numbers, showing you that these numbers are actually out of KPI, but even then you're still going to be profitable at like 36k. But then even if we just for some reason just say that, he's half as successful as we're assuming here, and he's only able to generate 12 clients instead of 24 clients for whatever reason, let's say he sucks at sales. Even if we only generate 12 clients, that's still an 18k per month business. Then on top of that, I'm going to go one step further and say, even if we then change his price from charging 1.5k to only 750k a month per client, that's still a 9 grand per month business, which is 108k a year social media marketing agency. Not to mention that as a byproduct, he would have generated roughly 3.8k warm followers in his audience that he can sell to in the future. Instead, what he's done is he spent 11.6k. He's got 0 clients, and after 4 months, he's got nothing to show for it. He's not built up a tangible asset. All he's done is a bunch of cold outreach, and funnily enough, he's in the same position as he was before he brought the program. Literally, he hasn't built an audience. He has nothing to fall back on except his music coaching business. He hasn't built an audience. Even if this didn't work, let's say you put 11 grand into ads and you only generated 3.8k followers. Well, at least you've got an audience to fall back on, and at least try to start conversations with them and actually start getting them on calls. And you can sell to them over a period of 30 to 60 to maybe even 90, 180 days. Do you know how this works, guys? And here's the craziest thing I said to him on a call. So you're telling me you paid somebody 10 grand to learn how to do a bunch of cold outreach, and they didn't even do cold outreach to get you to pay them 10 grand. So wait, so I actually paused and said to him, so wait a minute, you really just went to a dude through an inbound system and you paid him 10 grand without any cold outreach. He then turned around and taught you to do the direct opposite of what he's just done to get you as a client, which is doing warm inbound. And he didn't even teach you that, but he taught you cold outreach. And you think that's okay? Guys, this is literally nuts. Literally insane, guys. So what I want you guys to do is, if you're genuinely thinking about scaling your business, I would reconsider any sort of method or even listening to gurus. This is the key I would say to this, guys. Be wary of any guru that has a YouTube channel that's not telling you to start your own YouTube channel. That's what I would say. Any dude that creates content on the internet to try and talk to you about making money, but they don't mention the fact that you should probably be creating your own YouTube channel about your services and products, be wary of them. Because we all know that these gurus will make more money telling you to do cold outreach than they ever have made money using cold outreach themselves. They will make more money on YouTube talking about cold outreach than actually doing cold outreach. Be very wary about that, guys. Literally, I'm the only dude in the industry that's literally saying right now, if you're building an agency, stop being a faceless agency. Stop trying to run away from creating content. Stop trying to not build a personal brand. You need to build a personal brand. You need a system like this. By the way, my cost per client right now is $123. That basically means for every $123 I put into my ads, it generates me roughly 1 client, which is insane. Even if you double that, even if you quadruple that, even if you 10x that, what am I talking about? Even if you 10x that, I'm still profitable. Even if my cost per client is 1.1k, I will still make a 3 to 4x ROAS, which is literally insane. So guys, you honestly need a system like this. I just can't understand why everybody's still trying to justify doing cold outreach. You know what's funny as well? If Iman Gadzhi came out and just started saying the same things I'm saying, everybody would listen to him. But because I'm not Iman Gadzhi, you guys are just under some sort of spell from these huge gurus, you're just not gonna listen to me. They won't listen to me. It's literally going to have to take Iman Gadzhi to say the same things that I'm saying for you guys to listen to me. How sad is that? Literally insane. But I called it from ages ago. Been talking about this since 2018, by the way. Literally go back on my channel and show, and I literally have a video on my channel talking about the Instagram growth funnel 4 years ago. Literally 4 years ago. Talking about the same Instagram ads to grow your audience so you can actually reach out to people. Been talking about this for 4 years. Nobody listened to me. Now everybody's jumping on it, which is crazy. Anyway, guys, if you do want help with scaling your agency, don't forget to drop a like, comment, subscribe, message me on Instagram, or if you just want to directly speak to me directly, not a team member, you want to speak with me directly on a one-to-one call, just book in at a call below and I'll genuinely see if I can plug this into either your agency or your coaching business. Please don't book in a call if you're just starting out and you've got no money to invest into yourself. Genuinely, so I'm not cheap to work with, genuinely speaking, but when you see results like this, you can kind of understand why. That being said though, if you are in a position to invest in yourself and you're deadly serious about this, book in a call below, because I am actually looking for a few more people to actually help scale their agencies. If you want to see some results or anything like that, just literally go to my Instagram, just go and look throughout my entire highlight section. I think we have over 480 plus testimonials for you to go look through. So you can go look through all these results. Drop me a DM as well if you're on my Instagram. That being said, guys, hope you enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to drop a like, comment, subscribe, and stay the fuck away from cold outreach. Peace.